1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, can't be easy, so I lost the camera to dice. So I've got some sound problems, it seems. You can hear me, but we will not be able to hear game for now. I'll try to do something about it as soon as we're in some kind of lobby. And this will show my face, yeah. Hello everyone. I'm doing something wrong, but okay, this should be fine. Oh. Here goes my opportunity. Hold on for a second. A game restart should do the trick. Hopefully. Okay, something weird is happening. I can't launch the game. Now that's interesting. But will work now. And I've got the sounds back. There we go. Oh, yeah, right, ready. Alright, so we started a bit later after the beginning of the game. So I still needed some time when they were starting. Just give me a second. Yep, Dieter, hello. We actually were laughing earlier in lobby that it's like about that. It's like I have like for the second time I'm able to do some kind of stream in this tournament because I have some time, and the second time it's like a voice versus somebody. I really wanted to stream your game versus Harry tomorrow, but it's like the worst possible moment for me. Would probably be in a train at that moment. So I probably can't watch it either. Anyway, okay, something's not working here. It shows me only 0 viewers, but at least little should be counted there. I know. I totally understand. Okay. Hi, Teddy. I need to refresh the chat, I guess. Yep, now it's better. And I probably need to change the titles. Okay. This is not Vanguard. This is Mithrellas. Are there any issues with the stream? Because when I looked at the Restream overview, Restream, okay, I forgot the word. I looked at Restream and the video there is like, it's kinda lagging, so I hope it's all fine on your end. Let's try to analyze the situation. Okay, then it's good to hear it's something. Yo, Harry, It's only something on my end. Okay, so looking at voice base, maybe a few words about the location. I'm sure you guys will also have something to say about it. So the location has a couple of very small stone mountains, so we kind of have to take these ones eventually. You've got some opportunity to only. Okay, you don't. Sorry. You have some extra like gold and iron mountains here. Okay, that's actually. Yeah. I guess you're right. I don't remember which one it is, but I do remember this is like almost the same thing as something I already saw somewhere. Yeah, the lack of the coal here is a bit of a problem because you gotta go to the top, have like no other option. But given the amount of the gold mountains, gold mines, uh, this might be a cool location for some town hall strategies. I'm pretty sure that Mithrellas will not go that way though, as we all know he's a fan of the traditional playstyle. Yeah, that's quite possible as we already see. Oh yeah. I was about to say we've got two gold smelters quite fast, and he keeps going for the next. But you can also see he's gonna make two more on the left. So yeah, exactly. Third mine. Uh, like I said, not surprising. And the way he's building, it kinda hints at. Actually, this is gonna be well. If he's making two swine farms, it's going to be an interesting combo. He goes for three things at once, it seems, unless this will be traded, because he has like two well-working farms with two more coming up soon. Yep, three branches. I was like looking for the term to call this in a short way. This might be it. And we also see the iron mine. So yeah, three branches. But two swine farms, it can be a nice little leather build. You don't need a lot of buildings, so you save a lot of time. And you still have like 30, 40 bowmen, I guess. More like 40. He's gonna need some good food, but then this is Klisic after all, so there's an answer to that question, right? Do we have something here? Nope. Okay. But one very risky thing about this strategy that Voi is going for is that when you go for three branches, usually, I mean, on some blocks you have to. It's kind of hard. I mean, because you go for everything at the same time mostly, and then something will be a bit late, or everything will be a bit late. So you might end up with a crappy army at peacetime. But then on maps like on Klisic maps, it's kind of different because usually these locations on Klisic are weird and they are good for town hall based strategies. So honestly, I can't say what will happen there, especially that this log is like it's neutral. I guess it's not that bad for a normal build. You can do it if you want to, and it's not that bad for the town hall build either. So it's I think it's a good fit for these two players when Vo is going for a town hall or like rather three branches build, and Mithrellas is going for the normal one. Usually Mithrellas on Klisic might have a problem against town hall strategies, but here it should be well balanced. Battlefield. There's a lot of vine. A lot of vine here. and it's quite open. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, it's not much more campy for the bottom player. Seems balanced. But yeah, but isn't this good for the town hall strategies for the barbarians to have open battlefield as well? Really, I thought it's the other way around. Because when you have barbs, it's close to his town. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because the open battlefield, I think it favors barbarians actually. Because if it's not open, then usually it's close quarters fights. It's like the shooters will have a slight advantage, and barbs don't like playing against shooters. You have to use barbs as fast as you can, do the damage before you get killed by the shooters. So when you have an open battlefield, you can try surrounding the enemy, killing off the shooters, stuff like this. Of course, it's good to have horses for that. Glass cannon, yep, that's. I don't know if it's a term for the strategy games or whatever, but it does fit here. So I would like to see some horses from his base, but I'm afraid this is not going to be possible. He doesn't have enough time, I think, if he wants to go for 3 branches. I mean in general, because... Okay, because he has only 2 here, yep. He needs to rebuild, he doesn't... Oh wait, he's kinda fine. He's making 1 more there, and one of them can keep working for enough time until he can rebuild, like here, maybe. But Mithrellas didn't think of that. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can't comment on that. The last game I streamed between Voy and Vanguard was pretty interesting, especially the second. I think it was the second game where they had like really ridiculous locations. Oh yeah. So you're saying that Odda will win the tournament then? Because Odda is like, I think he's shaping up to be one of the best spammers in the game, if he isn't one of them already. It was quite interesting actually to see his progress in the previous tournament. If he started the previous tournament the way he finished it, or like the way he started playing right after that tournament, it could be really interesting. I like the way that I like the thing that he doesn't run away from troll strategies. Especially in the last tournament, you could see this. And I think he was the closest to beat Ritter and Gross. If anyone was, because nobody was close, to be honest. So, We're after the 32nd minute of the game. Yeah, I don't remember either. Who was Otta playing with in the previous tournament? Was it the Voy? Or Eagle? Definitely somebody from the from Orki clan. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it can be interesting to see what could they show now, because they both should improved. Like I I think voice level wasn't that good, that great, like a year ago or so. Yep, exactly. That's what I meant when I said Oda likes his troll strategies once in a while. I liked that playstyle, as this was quite fresh. Nobody had the balls except for them to do this stuff in the previous tournament. And maybe except Thunder. I'm not sure if he did that in the tournament, but we all know that Thunder doesn't run away from troll strategies either. In fact, Thunder could actually sometimes just not do them because he does it to the extreme. Yeah. Okay. A lot of farms from Mithrellas, making the sixth one. I guess it's enough for the normal base. It's a bit all over the place, this base. This mountain doesn't really help if you want to have like nice roads and stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like it's annoying, this one. Mm. I wouldn't say he's late with anything. Let's see this. Yeah. I'd say it looks kind of fine what he does. It's funny that he's going for this stone mountain. I guess he really wants to save as much space here as he can. Not much difference here. Trying to find any irregularities. Where's the seventh farm? Ah, okay, here. That's cool. Yeah, but as I said, if you do everything, if you do 3 branches build, then you're gonna be late with everything. This is a good time to check the gold graph. It's funny, only now voice graph goes like upwards, so I guess he just... How many does he have? Because, hold on. So he's got like one more. What's Mithrellas doing? Does he really plan for the town hall? I don't think so. Would be a mistake. How about he just made like 3 plus? Okay, he doesn't make the third gold smelter yet. If he even plans to do it. So I'm not sure why he's made like the third gold mine, but... Siema, nie ma delaya, there's no delay here. I don't know. When I'm looking at both the bases, it's like... Okay, it's a bit better maybe here, right now. I don't really like the roads. Mithrellas is is a bit better. I can see some bottleneckiness in this area of the base. You can see a traffic jam appearing. Yeah, it's like one connector for the two parts of the city. There's gonna be another one here, which is good. How many servers do we have here? Got a feeling he needs more. Yep, all of them are walking. In Mithrellas' case, 72 is like exactly what he needs, I guess. So it's a shame Voy is not able to do that, but it's weird. Looks like he's got some gold production problems, probably not enough coal at some point of time. Not this, not this. You can see he's massively behind Mithrellas when it comes to the iron production, but obviously he's got the town hall. It's interesting that Mithrellas doesn't even try to make stables. Oh, now it's his turn to have a traffic jam. That's interesting. Because I think he just built the barracks. Yeah, that makes sense. But you can see he has most of the code buildings that he needs for the weapon production. Can't really see him failing right now. Needs a couple more, yeah. Yeah, but I can't really say a bad thing about his base at the moment. Except for maybe slightly late barracks, but that's a nitpick. Oh, there's stables here. Yep. Now I see. I was like wondering about this because I saw he's got like 7 farms and I didn't quite understand why he didn't make stables yet, but then I'm guessing like 3 swine farms at start. Does he have a mill? Not yet. Or no. Can I expected him to make the stables earlier than that, because there's like it's gonna be like 15 minutes left to make some horses. So how many can he make? Like 5, 7? Still, it's way better than what Void has in that regard. What's interesting though is what he's gonna do. This looks like... yeah. Huh. I don't get it. I kinda expected he's gonna do something like swords and pikes if he does a setup like 1+3, but then I guess it's only to keep control of how many swords he makes, because 2 armor smithies will be slower than weapon smithy, 1 weapon smithy. But for a second I wondered maybe he wanted to make like 2 types of troops, but not really. You have to truly appreciate the range that this little guy has. Ah, he's going for this one. Still kind of impressive, but... Okay, I think it's gonna be a good moment to take a look at the gold graph again. Maybe we can estimate something. So how many buildings does he have? He has like only 4, that's not a lot. He's got like 5 plus... Ah, there's a 5th one here, okay. It's a crappy place to put it, I guess, but... I mean... Yeah. I wonder when he made the last one. Okay. It goes like this. I think he can make like around 200 gold, but I'm not really sure about it because this production, I think this one was just built or something like this, so maybe I'll have to estimate again in a few minutes. Ah, but he has to make a lot of recruits. I didn't think about that. So I'm not sure he can actually reach 200. I'm also wondering if he plans to have any food. Ah, but he made a meal, I think. I've seen it on the stats. Yep. Interesting though, he's got like only 4 farms, right? So this does not sound like enough for the for this base. Well, it seems to be working though. Yeah, there are moments when he has enough food. So I think 1, maybe 2 vineyards should be enough to, or more farms, yep. Should be enough to deal with it. It will take a while though. In the meantime, okay, so Mithrellas definitely needs a lot of swords, but he still has 10 minutes. I think it's doable. Okay, so right now Voy can make like how many? Okay, I can't count, but probably around like 8 barbarians. Maybe 10. Almost, sorry, almost 10 obviously, yeah. I'm not thinking straight, I guess. So this is roughly similar, but Mithrellas will have some horses and he has better leather. Yeah, right now I would say Mithrellas has better army, but we need to give Voy a while, because... Yeah, I was like counting, I didn't just think that 10 barbs cost 80 gold, which is like super obvious, I know now. So you're saying he's not gonna reach that? Yeah, I mean... You can see this like stopped. I think it was around 80 the last time we looked at voice base. So you're probably right. This is the problem. I believe that if you go for a 3 branches base, you have to give up on one of the branches and do it super late. I like to do stuff like ladder plus town hall, so you have nice food and good amount of barbarians, and then super late iron to have something like 20 crossbowmen. Yeah, you're both right. For gold to work, you need to start early, and the critical moment comes when there's peacetime. You have to have a good amount of gold then, because after peacetime gold doesn't really work well, especially when you have 3 branches base and you need extra gold for recruits. I mean, okay, you can try that, as you're a bit better player than I am. But because I'm not that good, I have to make iron like ridiculously late and focus more on the other 2 branches. And this works for me as long as the location is not too hard. But for me, 3 branches builds are more like for fun rather than to be competitive. Although on Klisic, I think anything with a town hall can work. Five minutes till peacetime. Um, yep, it keeps looking better for Mithrellas. Um, yeah, in some scenarios. Yeah, if the location supports it. Like if the gold is easy enough to do like 3 gold mines and forget about them, or or ideally more than 3. Uh, or in scenarios where you can't really go for good iron or leather for some reason, which happens a lot on Klisic. Is there a tower limit in this tournament, by the way? Because I don't remember. I think a tower limit doesn't make sense on this map, but 8. Okay, so we got 6 so far. But even if they made like 30 towers, I don't really think it will make a difference. It's such an open map. It's nice that there's a script. Okay, Voy finally started producing gold for Town Hall again. For obvious reasons. It's a weird kind of army combo, but I think it can work well for the Voy. Let's check a few charts. Okay, so obviously Warfare is better for Mithrellas, but he doesn't have Town Hall, so it makes a lot of sense. Then Voice Iron is like, what the hell happened here? He's got like only, okay, he's got 3, while Mithrellas has also 3, but it works better. I didn't catch why. I mean, it was earlier, okay. So maybe that, but also there's there's like a problem here. You can see the graph goes down a little. The angle changes here for a second. Actually, it's still like better for Mithrellas. You can see that even now it's going slightly slower for voice, so there's definitely some kind of a problem. Perhaps the serves amount? Ah, not anymore. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Almost less than 1 minute left. Okay. Didn't catch the armies, but as you saw them a minute earlier, it's like Mithrellas has a better starting army. So I guess, I mean, before this game I would say Mithrellas will win without thinking too much. I mean, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. I wouldn't rule Voy winning out completely. He's not that far from Mithrellas when it comes to building. He's not on his level, but it's like on a good day, I think it can be somewhat even. And of course this is Klisic, and we've seen a fair share of surprises in this tournament so far. For me the biggest one is that Ritter not only lost a couple of games, he actually lost to somebody 2 games in one game. Doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. So Ritter, I'm a bit disappointed. I don't wish to see this further. You need to win everything. Oh, but you're playing against Harry now, so might be actually tough. Might be one of more interesting games in the tournament actually. Both ready. Mithrellas' army, without doubt. If you have enough, shooters, especially bowmen. I mean, I played gold-only strategies a couple of times, and in team games, it's. I mean, actually, I don't know how this would work in 1v1. I didn't see a game like this in this tournament yet. Where somebody would have like really good barbarians amount, but he didn't have anything else. Yeah, I had a couple games on some weird maps where I made like 60 barbarians at peacetime. So it's obviously powerful as long as the fight isn't too long and you just get shot down. But usually with that amount you don't care, you just walk in. But you can always be surrounded. Interesting thing, he traded for a couple of horses. Not the best scouting. Mithrellas would probably have a better vision here. Oh wait, there's one mod. Really? Ah, so that's why he's alive. That's weird. So the scout's bravery was rewarded. I see legs. Thankfully it's not me this time. Oh, interesting. I'm wondering how good will be his result. I mean, Vovets is in this tournament. I think he might make a surprise. Yeah. Is it like he's good specifically on Klisic, or it's like on any map? Or is it hard to say because he only plays Klisic? Looking at what happens here, that's weird. I wouldn't do this. And he has perfect vision. This is like, I don't know what he has in mind. But this is a nice maneuver, I gotta say that. And a really lucky catch of the horses. Might work. Might actually work, yeah. Wow. Wow, Voy. That's impressive. Not sure if... Oh yeah, but the right side will be fine probably too. And... Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. What the hell happened here? That was a really nice attack. Okay. Well, that was amazing. Yeah, exactly. It was like, you know what? You will just die now. I especially liked the way he used the vagabonds to kill. He like caught everything, all the melee that Mithrellas had, and then just went through the middle somehow with all the vagabonds, dividing them so they are like one units. So in case any of them is caught, he can still take the other ones. It was a really nice chaotic attack. Yeah. I'm starting to understand why Vanguard lost to him, because I really thought Vanguard. I mean, okay, Vanguard did do his own mistakes in these games against Void. That's for sure. But I still thought they're like not on the same level, and that Vanguard should win this. And okay, you guys could call me based and say that I just wanted the Polish guy to do well in the tournament, but then we've got Mithrellas who should like. I mean, I don't think somebody before this game would say like, okay, Voy will completely just smash Mithrellas without leaving any doubt like this. But this was only the first game. Nevertheless, it was a very impressive attack, very daring. Yep, so that was the first game, 1-0 for the Voy. And there we go again. The second game starts, and let's see what kind of locations they will get. I might make a break soon. Oh, the good old classic storehouse on the coalfield. Still, they have everything more or less near the near the storehouse, obviously, especially coal. So the one thing they don't have is ability to plan the base to not look like shit. So, but it's that kind of setup where you have everything you need. So I don't think this would be a huge problem. Unlock coal mine. That's weird. Hey Dieter, are there any dark sounds in this map yet? Because I think we really need them. Yeah, I like the way Voice is starting. Not sure I get what he's trying to do here with the early coal mine. Obviously, these locations only have one iron and gold mine relatively close, and then you have to go here. Yeah, this looks more Zane. Right, I'll take a little break and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Hello, Vovets. Yeah. A great fight by Voy in the first game. Actually, Mithrellas had a bit better army, so it all looked like he will just swiftly win. And then Voy just walked up to him, stormed with some X-Men, caught everything from Mithrellas at the same time with all his armies, and then killed his boss with some vagabonds. It was a really interesting fight to watch, albeit very short. And thank you for the raid, by the way. So, how are the players doing? As I mentioned before I left for a short break, it's mostly easy setup that they got for this game on their logs. The only issues are not enough space in storehouse, so you have to design your base around that fact that you're in the middle of a coal field. And the fact that you only have one iron and gold mine on the top. So you know you will eventually have to go to the bottom. But apart from that, I think these are really really cool logs, and I'm curious to see how Mithrellas and Vovets will build here. Again, I would probably give Mithrellas an advantage in such conditions, but I think Voy is still full of surprises. So after seeing their previous games against Vanguard and this game, the first one against Mithrellas, right now I think it's quite open what can happen in this game. Everything was normal in the storehouse. Can we check this on this on the? Yeah, we can. 65. Gold. You might be right, but it's like the first gold one is easy to reach, and the second one you need in like 15 minutes from now at worst. I would probably make a second school at the south of the base. This is a weird place. Because he had this here before. Okay, that makes sense. The woodcutter. I mean, I'm guessing it's a cut-only one, because he needs to go to the bottom. He's using them for wine. I mean, if you have something you can use easily, you use it. And this is one of these cases. Normally, nobody in their sane mind would make a vineyard so early in the game, because in these pro lobbies you just don't do that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I forgot to mention. I thought it's obvious, I guess. but I was wrong. So yeah, he didn't do them, they were here. So he just makes the building. So it's basically free wine. But yeah, the food is super forgiving on these locations in this particular game. I would even say there's not that much challenge in building here as compared to the things you can usually get on Klisic. This almost feels like a normal map. Oh, you do not have them indeed. I mean, I don't know if you want to have a town hall strategy here, it's probably not the best idea. But as I said, I would just make like the second gold mine in appropriate moment and a second school at the bottom, and it should be fine. Unless you build in a really weird way and the serfs just don't work here, but you kind of have to make like the iron production here. Probably you have to make buildings in this area, so it should mostly work. The base will not be that big if it's contained like here. Now, if you start building towards the left, it might become a problem, I guess. You mean this one? Yeah, it's a Linux feature. If you want to find the cursor, you can just do this, but it kinda looks weird. I guess I can just use the beacons so Little can sleep well at night. But yeah, I didn't turn it on. It's like on by default, but it is kinda useful for me sometimes. Well, I mean, usually I just make the cursor bigger. Yeah, I can't show you how big is it normally because you see the camp cursor. How's the wood setup for these guys? I mean, they're mostly doing the same things. There's not much difference between the bases. But you can see Mithrellas is already going for the bottom gold, while Voy prefers to invest more time and resources in the farms instead. Why do you think so? Apart from the, I mean, okay, yeah, I was looking only at the statistics here, and I didn't take this fact into attention. That he's halfway through taking this iron and on the way to the gold. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't see much difference at this stage. This is weird, yeah. Like I said before, he shouldn't make too many buildings at the left. if he really wants to do some beginnings of iron strategy here, should have cut this stuff down and build it like in this area, and start making the base like in one spot, you know. So if you meant this, then yeah, I agree. Yeah. What's also weird is that Mithrellas went like this with the road. I'm not sure I get what he meant. I'll just make it like here. I mean, okay, he wastes slightly less time for the roads, for the coal. Ah. Oh, but Mithrellas is also building here. That's weird. Why not that, really? He doesn't gain anything. They don't gain anything by using this this space here. And in case of Mithrellas, like, I mean, okay, Voy didn't really care about this bit, so he doesn't have spot here, but Mithrellas could just keep building there. Look, you can put like 2 buildings. Yeah, he could make the iron production like exclusively in this area. Well, maybe not exclusively. I mean, he kinda could, like, but it wouldn't maybe make much sense to put all of the buildings like somewhere there and just make the iron mountains on the right. Although it would probably make the base a bit smaller, but then you still have to go for the gold, so Siemator. But still, I would say I'm not sure I like the road work for both of the players here. You can especially see the problem here in the voice base, and that's why he started fixing it. But if Mithrellas' roads are better, I don't get why. He will need soon an alternate road in this area, I think. Okay, looks like Mithrellas has more. Okay, that's an interesting graph. Although I'm pretty sure Mithrellas' graph will just skyrocket in the upcoming few minutes. Because usually if a graph looks like this, then this is the moment when you're planting. So it's possible he made a few more woodcutters earlier. I didn't pay attention to that, and now he will have really nice production, but I guess we'll see. And now we can see Void had a few minutes of stagnation, which we tried production. Really? I mean, I have to agree, Mithrellas can... Okay, let's say it like this. Mithrellas' biggest upside is the way he builds. He can he can definitely lose a fight. I wouldn't call him the best fighter out there for sure. But that being said, I didn't catch the mistake in the. Is it me? Not really. I didn't really catch if there was a mistake in the fight. I just found that Voy was really good, and was just caught in the right way. Maybe he didn't have an extra army to defend his bowman or something, which would be a mistake. Yep. It looks like Mithrellas has some issues. He's writing to me. PC got frozen restarting. I just read the discussion on Discord, on the main remake Discord server. Yes, I did make a building guide back in 2015, and you can imagine how bad it is. It's just bad. It's better than nothing, but it's really bad. I didn't really know how to build, let alone how to teach people how to build. I would definitely make a better one if I tried right now. But it is better than nothing. If somebody doesn't have any multiplayer experience, then that guide is probably quite good because it covers at least the basics. It's like stuff like stuff like 5 stonemasons. I think it says 4 to 5, which is a mistake. 6 woodcutters at least, and having 2 gold smelters up until 30 minutes. I think it says stuff like that. It's not it's not 100% true what's said there, but it's good if you didn't have contact with pro gaming. But then, if somebody plays single player only, it's like you don't have to get better, I guess, unless you really feel you need to, then go ahead. But single players, I guess it's more about just chilling and building, and about the fun of building. Yeah, I do agree with it. It's like that's why I said it says 4 to 5, but this is like not true anymore. It was true a few years ago when we played different maps and we didn't play beta. You might be right about that. Yeah, I never made 6, but Okay, I very rarely made 6. Yeah, maybe like once or twice in a year. About guide makers not knowing what they're writing about. uh, Usually when I make a guide I do know. In this case I wrote it only because I knew nobody else will do it. It would be nice to see a good player just make a guide. But I'm playing this game since 2012, and in all these years with so many pro players nobody gave a crap about it. Oh, come on, Roberts, please be nerdy. I welcome all the topics I can talk about here. As you all probably noticed by now, I generally prefer talking to not talking when making a stream, so. Yeah. 2015 is definitely not too long ago. But my skill level back then was like total crap. I still think like 1.5 of a year ago my skill level was not much better, but right now it's like okay, at least for me. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's try to take another look at what happens in these bases. So both players don't look like they're going for a town hall, and it would be a mistake given how hard the gold is on this map. Reminds me that I wanted to check the gold graph. I thought the defense would be bigger, but oh, wait a second. Maybe Voy is still going for it. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but I mean, I don't get it. Why he needs like 4 gold mines? Might be a mistake. Well, both players are going for a leather and iron build, which was kind of obvious from the way the locations look like. Void doesn't seem to need stables. What's nice about stable-less base is that why does this light not work? Oh, actually, I'm not sure I need it. Right. Sorry. So one of the upsides of playing without horses is that it's easier to make a ladder setup, and you will definitely have numbers even if you don't put a lot of effort into it. And this is something that can help you on a map like this one, where you have to do a lot of compromises, and you have to decide what's most important to have and what's not. On the other hand, the horses usually can give you a tactical advantage. Although, as you saw the last game, they didn't really help Mithrellas. I think it's time to check the warfare stats. Yeah, this time mostly even, I guess. Yeah, and that's why Voy traded for a couple of scouts in the last game. And I'm guessing that's just his plan. He doesn't need a lot of knights there. gotta say, from the stats at least, I don't see a huge difference. Let's check all the stats and look for windness. Okay, so now I can see the difference. I wonder why I didn't see it here. So it's only iron. Okay. So what's the problem here? Because these graphs look a bit similar and... Okay, maybe Mithrellas made some buildings a bit later. Yeah, he got like 3. This makes sense, okay. So he might have slightly better iron if this goes on. He's got better coal as well. Tree trunks, yeah. I had the feeling this graph will be better for him in the end. It's not a huge difference though. Can't say much more yet. Oh, but the comp graph is pretty good for him as well. Yeah, right now, odd points at Mithrellas having better army. But we'll see what happens. I found so the last game too, and then Voy showed me that having army is not always the most important thing in this game. But I definitely like the way Mithrellas is building more. You can see that his aim is to close this base and have like really nice roads. It's still like one road gaming here, but he will eventually deal with it. While in the voice case, you can see he doesn't care about... oh, wait a second, but he's got double roads here already, so... This might actually be better on paper. I wonder why there's such a huge traffic jam though. It doesn't look like it's working. Like Mithrellas has only one road here and he has a smaller traffic jam. Don't really get it. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Yeah, it looks fine now. Yeah, so actually this seems better. I don't know, what do you guys think about it? But still voice base, it's like... It doesn't look like he's trying to connect the gap here. And there's like no gap in Mithrellas' case. A small one here perhaps. It's probably not going to be a huge difference anyway. Yep, it's because the locations are exactly the same. It's a map where you get randomized locations and they are randomized in the same way for both opponents to ensure it's somewhat fair. Especially that this is a tournament, right? So it's not 100% fair, even if they are the same, because the advantages and disadvantages of like being on the top or on the bottom. Like for example, the barracks. When you walk out with the army, if you go towards the bottom, it's always a bit faster, because you can go like 3 directions. If you go towards the top, I mean, they will also go in 3 directions, but essentially in 2, and usually, as in this case, in 1. and they will likely block some of your roads that way. Or you can walk out like here and then move to the top, but then you will be slower than the enemy. Yeah, but you can't really do anything else because look, you've got storehouse here and you have a coal pit here, so it's natural that you will have to go like here to start building your base, and you have to go to the left for the lone iron and gold mines, and then you will have to go here immediately for the rest of them, especially for the gold, because gold is a bit tricky here and you have to be here in like at least 30th minute of the game. So the cheat sheet was actually written by the location itself. You just can't build any other way. Like for example, you could try, I guess, to go for this gold early on. It might work, but this is super risky because there's a huge distance there. I mean, what do you guys think, the better players out there in this chat, better than me at least? Do you guys think it would be possible to go for this first? Completely skip the left side? Okay. Yes, only, but like I said, it's like it okay, yeah, it does look amazing, but the logical explanation for it is there, and there's like probably no other way to do this. I'm surprised, really, Ted, if you think so. I mean, I guess you can go for the town hall, but I'm not sure if it pays off because the distance is quite big, and you only have like 2 iron mines on the right, so kinda have to go for this later anyway. Okay. Need a little break, be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so Rita shows me this as a proof that you can... Yeah, this is exactly the same location indeed. And I don't know how much you had in the town hall. Okay, hold on, what's happening? Okay, Foy wants us to look at something. Oh crap! This is interesting. Okay, I need to catch up with the chat. Has ever happened when you run a ride and have to go leather only? I mean, it does, but most of the games will not take long enough. You need like 2-hour game at least, maybe more. So usually it pays off to go for slightly rushy strategies like Iron or Town Hall. Yep. Somebody took the name of your tournament from the past to literally Vovets. I mean, he really has a lot of wine here. But with this being here on the map, it's easy, I guess. It's indeed a nice cheat code for this map. Uh-huh. I see. Anyway, let's go back to this screenshot for a second, because I didn't take a proper look. Okay, so we've had like... I mean, this is a pretty nice army. How much did you have in the... Oh wait, I can see here. Okay, 150. Yeah, this is like... It's hard to defeat this army, I think. You've got like 50 bowmen, you've got almost 40 barbs plus swordmen. It's pretty good. And on Clisich you usually have a bit lower armies than on normal maps. Yep. So yeah. Oh. We've got 5 minutes till peacetime, and to be honest, I wanted to say, you guys know that meme, they are the same picture, but that I noticed Mithrellas has a bit more leather and a few horses. I'm slightly annoyed by the fact that there's like 0 town hall in this particular game. So if they play a third one, I wish for a town hall strategy location to be randomized this time. Wait, indeed. I mean, it doesn't make much sense that late, but maybe he wants to do a trade. Definitely wants to. Ah, taking all the wine. Funny. Yeah, I mean this is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, most likely. It's like 3 horses. It takes a while, because you need like 10. But it's free. Yo. There is a amount. Yep. Basically that, yeah. So this time it feels more even, and it turns out like Voy caught up a bit with the leather amount. This is nice. He only needs a couple more horses, I guess. There's no second trade here. For those who didn't see, including Equa, There's a really nice trade that was going on here. thanks to the uh, thanks to the vineyards that you can make for the free on this map. I wish I had more time to stream the games. I already complained last time about how I don't really like the best of three thingy because it makes the streams for the one game too long. But oh yeah. But this is really not the best month for me as I have really little time. Only time during the weeks for any cam related stuff. Yeah, this army seems even enough. For it to be a nice fight, if there's no mistakes or nice camping, most likely then. So yeah, I guess maybe after this weekend I'll start having more time, but it remains to be seen. And I saw a few really interesting games passed without me being able to stream them. What do you mean Void doesn't have 15 bows? Did he go for like more X-Men than bows, or he just didn't have enough wooden weapons in general? Because I didn't pay attention to that. I thought he had enough. Speaking of pro moves, you missed the first game. It was very pro move from Voy. Lances and X-Fighters. Oh, please. I mean, okay. Can you explain the Kmola joke? Because I don't remember which of his opinions I mean. Alright, I think we're about to start in a few seconds. Mithrellas is ready, so we're only waiting for Void to click the button. Any moment now. Voice ping today is quite terrible, but then we didn't have that many problems yet. I wonder how it's going to look like during the fight, though. On the first fight, I think it was fine. Oh, come on. Let's try to censor this so nobody reports me on Twitch. Okay, let's check the battlefield. I didn't pay much attention. It seems very open. I mean, I think the previous one was open enough. There's like no difference like between this and the previous one, in my opinion. Even if you couldn't attack on the previous one, like everywhere frontally. Sorry, you can still go around. It doesn't matter much on this map. You can always choose whether you want to attack. Although these mountains give you a little cover, this is kinda nice, I guess. Ah, okay. I didn't expect this kind of trolling. Okay, seems like Mithrellas can learn from his mistakes, and this time he makes scouts to scout, while Void doesn't. I mean, I think the last game he used knights. Am I right? Let's see if he can sneak up undetected, because as you might or might not know, scouts have better range than the knights when they're scouting, because they're scouts, right? I think it might have been Vovets who is here as well, who was pushing this idea. Okay, so I don't understand this. I don't know, voice arm is looking like something is missing here. He doesn't have the shields, okay. I thought he's gonna have more. It's not a huge difference though. Mithrellas lost one scout and might lose the second one. Although I doubt it, and this will get caught. Yep, this is a good idea. Ha! I think it's still the best that Voy could get from here. Yeah. The joke's on you, Harry. I always constantly press T anyway. But yeah, Classic is like Pablo Picasso of CAM battlefields. I still can't understand the need to have a battlefield which looks like a bridge slash city slash whatever it is on the original Classic in the Wonderland. And maybe it's not even about the lack of space. You do have space there, but every time I see that battlefield, my brain just doesn't work. I expect that the thing you always need to remember in CAM is that you don't fight in tight spaces, and that you never fight on bridges. And all I see there is like a really huge bridge, and my mind is like, don't fight here, no, don't do this. But I know this is like illogical feeling, because there is actually enough space there, but I just can't fight on that map. Oh crap, that would be even more weird. Harry, I think this was already done. There was a map which imitated Dota. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Well, definitely this is a concept that was used on single player maps, but I guess that's obvious. Okay, so I don't like voice position here, and I think Mithrellas might actually see this, but then he's gonna attack again. Same thing again, look at this. He's gonna rush. Not yet, okay. I think he was like, he should have done this. Just pressed, he should have just pressed the storm attack button. But I'm not sure if he could win this like too easily. Yeah, I expected Mithrellas to do this. But he went back when he saw this. Okay, Voy is doing a copy-paste strategy from the last game. And it's not gonna work this time. It's not gonna work. This was the crucial component to kill the bowman. GG. Although his surrounding, this is not too bad, but he still has way less bows. I'm not sure if it can work. Even with his slightly better position, okay. Not anymore. Yeah. I like the way you described it, Dieter. That was quite disappointing. It turns out that Voy, like in first fight I was like, wow, he's such a great fighter. In the second fight I'm like, wow, that was such a lucky shot in the first one. Like you can't consciously do the same thing twice expecting the same result. And seeing, he saw everything, right? He had the visibility. He saw that he has twice as a few bowmen. Okay, it's not over actually. Yeah, yo. So I'll change it back to 1-0. Need a quick bread back. Sorry about that. And I'm back. Yep, had the quitter. We can't give up so easily in a tournament. For all that we know, maybe this was a rules to make Mithrellas feel bolder and attack his towers. Exactly. Although I'm afraid that in Voice case it might be give you battle roar and storm again. Nah, come on. Even he won't do that. Yep, I can be guilty of that sickness too. I understand what you mean, Harry. Yep, in my case, if the police was supposed to come, they would come many times already. The first game was won by Voy somehow. Oh crap. Thank you. Yeah, trying not to sneeze. I kinda missed what was happening there. Whatever is happening here is weird. Oh. Hey Bovets, do we still have any games to be played today? That perhaps you would like to stream? After the third one, for example. Yeah, I mean, the bold difference did change that, did make Mithrellas win, yeah. Right. Well, I hope somebody will show Little versus Hardy tomorrow, if it's possible. I might try to watch it from the train as much as the train connection will let me. Yeah, this really looks like 1-1. Yep. Right, third time's a charm. Yeah, I mean, that's a solution, I guess. By the way, do we even have any English streams in this tournament? Apart from the two I did so far? I think the few times I was able to run Voved's stream, it was probably in Russian. Back again, sorry. Ah. Hmm. I missed that then. Um, Definitely the games are much faster, and I don't think we had a game which was like longer than one fight after peacetime. Okay. I think they wanted to play tomorrow 18 CET. Thanks, Thunder, for the heads up. So thanks to the overlay, we can't see the timer. I'll make a quick fix then. Looks funny with the piece of window top bar going through, but I'll let it be, I guess. Yeah, well, that's. I mean, it's not like I'm blaming you for streaming in Russian because that's where your fan base is. So yeah, there's. I guess there's at least. Okay, I probably can't say that there's a similar amount of people watching in English and Russian because there's more watching in Russian, I think. Ah, sorry, it's 20 CET. Okay. Forgive me the mistake. Yeah, Ritter, I see what you mean. Okay, third time's a charm. Let's see what kind of locations we get this time. Hoping for something completely ridiculous. It doesn't seem though. I mean, it's a weird setup, but it's mostly like a lot of space. I wasn't able to see the storehouse though. Okay, the food amount could be better, so it's at least something. There's quite some trees around the storehouse. Mm, but I don't think it's a problem. There's only two somewhat close iron mines, and the third one is ridiculously far away. Same can be said about the second gold, no matter which one you choose. Not a lot of coal. Well, it's here, so it's not that bad. Yeah, this time I think we shouldn't have a similar situation as in the previous game, and I think this time we will actually see two different ways of building the base, because you can have mod choices you can make here. Almost right, Aqua. Almost right. Uh, but to be honest, it's. I think it was Voy. He traded it all away for horses. But to be honest, it's not that huge of an issue watching a Russian stream. When I watch forwards, I just put the volume like really down so I can still hear his voice a little bit without having to, without trying to focus on the words, because I would probably lose the fight to trying to understand it, and to hear the cam sounds a bit, and it's like. It's still nice that you have the video, and this one you can understand without knowing Russian, so it's it's still quite nice to have a coverage of most of the games in the tournament. I do know how annoying it can be, because I remember when I tried to stream like all the freaking games in the tournament a couple of years ago, and then I was like, okay, that was the last time I tried this crap, because it's like too much. And then if it was like one game per day, it would probably be like fine. It's, a couple games one after another, it's a bit annoying. I like to take a break after a stream, so. One max 2 games, it's fine enough. I mean, who am I to judge? I don't know Russian. But if you say so, I will trust you on that. So this yellow guy here is going for this gold mountain already. Interesting choice. I mean, he's got the stones so close that this will actually probably work. You can put one. Yeah, this will be a really nice and fast gold mine. You know what I'm waiting for, guys, though? I'm waiting for Thunder to make streams in Hungarian. Like, I would probably pay him to do this, like, at least once. I know there's like, I guess like something between 5 and 10 people in this community who could watch Hungarian and understand it at all, but I think it's a quite interesting language. We'll see if we can provoke Tandem to do this one day. Voy apparently believes that it's better to have farms instead of gold. I'm pretty sure Mithrellas is doing a good choice here. Although, I mean, it's not the best amount of food, and you don't have fish. So maybe Voy is just playing it safe. But then you've also got quite a distance to the gold, to the second gold mountain. So I feel comfortable with Mithrellas' choice. More comfortable. You can do them for free because you're probably not going to make too many buildings in this space. Sorry, Rita. You just like take the iron mine from the top, probably make the iron like here, and keep building to the right. So yeah, you can just spam this with trees here. But what I wished to see here today in this game was more weird locations. I feel like all the locations we had in these three games were like pretty standard. The previous game had a bit had the gold a bit further away, but I don't feel the challenge here. Yep, thanks. Yeah, I would. Oh, but yeah, Vovets, you made me realize that I would even more like to hear a stream in Czech because I actually know a bit of Czech, and I'm wondering if I could understand it at all. Uh, and even if I didn't know Czech, then Polish, Czech are quite close, and Slovak is even closer to Polish. For example, we can just easily talk with Bobby, like no friction. You know, it's like almost the same language. And he's from Slovakia, in case you don't know that. But Czech is still quite close. And yeah, I think he's right about Hungarian being close to Finnish. I think these two nations have some common ancestors who came from Asia, but I'm not sure if I got my facts right, but I even think the language group is called something like Hungarian Finnish, something like this. Yeah, that's the English translation of it. Yeah, Finno or Greeks. One thing that is usually easy on Klisic maps is that you get a lot of wood for free. Like Void had like these two forests here. He also had these trees to cut down. These two forests. Yeah, it's really hard to get like a wood shortage on this map. Usually, yeah, you're right. Usually. And even if you don't have the forests, you will usually have a lot of space for planting. I still believe like in most cases like 90% of games, I guess. Editor, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you can either plant or cut easily. So yeah. Ah, okay. I did not know that. Yeah, I like the way Mithrellas is going for the second gold. Like, as I said in the first game already, this guy is all about the standard basis, so he tries to do the timings. Like, I mean, I wouldn't see Mithrellas as a guy who wants to take a risk and detour too much from the standard way of building in this game, unless he really has to. Like, I mean, he will obviously do what's necessary, but he will always go towards the standard pace style when he can. Yeah, Vovets, I'm well aware of the situation and I'm in constant contact with Dieter about it. Right now, there's like a few issues to get a new beta release. One of them is I don't have much time this month, but I'm still doing some progress whenever I can. And the other one is we don't have much contact with Ray. He just doesn't have time to help us. But Chrome was helping us a bit, so maybe we'll get some progress in the next couple of months. And I do know that we need some changes which Rita did. So this map actually boots much faster, starts the game much faster than right now. And I can promise to you that this has a high priority for me because I do understand how important this map is. This is one of a kind of a thing, I guess. And I would really like this to work well by the time we have like remake new release. Normally I would say that we're way past the moment where we should add new features. We should do only bug fixes. And we have some good progress at that. We don't need to add new potential bugs, but for Klisic I think it's justified and it's hopefully not going to introduce any bugs. The risk is medium, I'd say, but this is really important for the community and I know it. Yep. Yeah, sometimes I think I'm the most patient person in this community because, yeah, you all guys know how long it takes for this new remake to get out, and it's really tough. You all know of the situation, I guess, so not worth to talk about it. But I believe we'll get there one day. I really hope it's gonna be this year, but I've been disappointed a few times before, so I'm not going to make any statements until we're sure we have it. A few more woodcutters from Mithrellas. Okay, let's investigate this. Yeah, as I said, I like the way he's going. I'm not sure I would go for this. Might be an overkill. Would rather invest in more farms or in second iron mine, to be honest. Yeah, class. Yeah, you know, the problem with the remake was that it's really hard to take over from somebody when you're developing a big piece of software. And there's a lot of code in this game. So before you understand it, before you understand what kind of impact your changes to this code will do, you need to learn it. And the problem was they added a lot of features in the first couple of years without realizing which ones might introduce bugs, especially multiplayer part. So it took a really long time to fix all these bugs. Especially that he had more time in the start and way less time for the remake as time went on. So it's a bit unlucky, you know. But right now, I think all the bugs that are in the current beta are fixed. Like, for example, this stuff. Okay, I might actually demonstrate this. So, when you see this, can you see the rectangle that pops up here? It's like when there's more players than 6, 7, I think, this rectangle will actually stay on screen and it will prevent you from clicking on the minimap. I think maybe Trash was the one to report it, and there's a similar bug in the lobby. So you should like not click on the private chat chooser window if you want to be able to keep clicking on the minimap here or on the lobby top buttons. So I guess this is probably the most annoying thing in this beta. I think it's fixed. I don't remember if Chrome accepted the fix, but we had some fix and I think it was done. Other stuff was something we could probably live without, but it was good to fix that as well. Oh, didn't know about that. Yeah, actually I noticed that like last time I was, I think, streaming or spectating, when you mean like when I click, when I hit F11 and then I click in the menu, then the game lags out, right? This would be nice to fix indeed. Although if somebody clicks in that menu, then they will usually know, like they will notice and they might just not do that during the game. Okay. Yeah. Well, in that case, yeah. I mean, I don't think we'll be able to fix this in this release, unless it's something simple. Maybe it's simple. Yeah, Vovets, I know that bug. This is actually the one bug we didn't solve yet, but I had some. I actually had some progress there because I know what causes this and I know how to revert it to how it worked in 6.7.20. You're talking about the bug when you catch two groups, then in 6.7.20, the two groups like you have like, okay, I wanted to do the show it with my hands thingy, but I can't do this, sorry. Basically, when you catch, when you get caught by two groups, two armies of your enemy, then in the old version they would like go between these armies back and forth, right? And in the beta they don't do that, but instead there's even worse thing happening. They will, when you right click on the enemy, your army goes towards it, towards the group, and then somebody catches you, then only the troops that were caught will stay and fight there, and the rest will keep following the unit that you ordered to attack. And this is ridiculous, because that's not how catching should work. So I think we should just revert this, because out of these two things I would rather have what was in 6.7.20, but maybe we'll try to fix like both issues properly. Anyway, I think I talked too much about the remake, and I should focus a bit more about the bases. Huh. If I see right, what Voy is doing seems a bit more compact, right? My personal life, okay, there we go. On this lock? I don't understand why somebody would choose leather only on this lock. Unless it was like trolling. That's a valid thing to do then. But what I would probably do here is, okay, maybe what he is doing actually, because I would probably skip the third iron mine, and I would just do something like crossbows only, or the pikes and crossbows, and add leather to it, because town hall would probably be too hard given the distance. I mean, it's manageable, but you can still do trades, I guess. Yeah, there's so much space here. I would probably go for that traded town hall strategy. You can just make forests everywhere here, so yeah. And the base could be really small then, like just focus it like here. Maybe take this or this one. Like take only 2 gold mines, do a trading setup, and do crossbows from these 2 mountains. Yeah, that's what I would do probably. Top right. Oh yeah, now that makes sense actually, because all of these iron mountains are far away from here, yeah. And you have a lot of space like there, so you can plant. Sorry, leather only, yeah. Then you can make farms, I mean. Quick look at Mithrellas' base before I check the charts. Because I had a feeling he's gonna have a better wood setup, so let's check that first. For a few minutes he did, but I think that what I said before about the forests was the case here. Because Foy took 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure if there was a 4th forest here, but probably there was. Yep, we can see the stumps. Yeah, so he just kept. There was a woodcutter there. Yeah, so we just kept taking more and more forests along the way, and this way he doesn't have to make a good. He doesn't have to plant that much. I think, yeah, Mithrellas is slightly late with the iron, but this will not be a huge difference, I guess. But it obviously depends if he can get better with other kind of stuff. Now I need the light. Okay. The eternal fight to turn on the light here. Okay. Anything interesting? Voice con setup seems better. How many farms? Looks like the same amount, but we'll check that in a bit. Coal seems similar at the moment, at least. But Mithrellas has much better gold setup. I think this might be interesting, and iron seems much better, but for Void, as I mentioned, yeah. So corn and gold. Let's check it. Okay, so this is super late for Void to have a second gold mine. So let's check one more thing. Yep, the citizen graph is slightly worse. I thought it's gonna be a bigger difference actually. He's 55 stars. I think in beta it's fine. In beta that's gonna be totally fine. And his base was more compact for a while. Right now it's probably somewhat similar. I mean, Mithrellas has a bigger base, but yeah. Maybe it's a small thing, but I like the way how Void has a shortcut here. And I don't like the way how Mithrellas doesn't. You can see there's a lot of movement here. Because there's a storehouse. Wait, how does that work? Ah, because... But you can make a shortcut also here? No. He made the gap. Okay, I see. Yeah. I see what you mean, except for the fact that I don't think Void is going for the third one immediately. It would be the right thing to do right now, I guess, but I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's going to start having problems like right now. For example, I don't see how he wants to have enough recruits on peacetime if this continues. This is like super late second gold smelter. I mean, yes, that was... You're actually right, that was a choice, and given that there's only like the third with iron iron mine is like super unreachable, it might actually help him here. I got a feeling he's gonna pull it off. I just don't understand how it's working, how it's going to work. Might also need a second school here. Ah, he's doing it here. I was also about to check the con. Yep. So yeah, we've got 6 farms from Mithrellas, 7th one going up. While Void had them much earlier, I guess. Let me check. Slightly earlier, okay. It's not a huge difference though. I think Mithrellas will overtake him soon. Oh yeah, he's going for the third one indeed. Vovets was right. How about the food, by the way? He's trying to rough it with only butcher. Only one butcher, I think. I can just look here, I guess. Yep. On the other hand, Mithrellas is also doing bread. Still having some traffic jams here. Like really. Stop getting the wooden planks inside the storehouse and make a road here. That's what I would say. It's like completely unnecessary at this moment. second road here wouldn't hurt either. Okay, time to switch the warfare statistics. Seems quite similar. In fact, this is like completely the same. So with every next game, the armies are becoming more and more similar. In the previous game, I think Voy had a similar amount of troops, but he had way less bows, which might have been a mistake. Correct me if I'm wrong. It would actually be nice if I had like opportunity to show these two bases next to each other on one screen. I can actually do it, but I just forgot about it. I had this idea last game. We have a nice opportunity to see both these players play default style, and they're not restricted by the locations too much in their freedom. They can do whatever they want, just like I said when this game started. So this is a quite a fair way to judge the skill. But like I said before, it might not make much sense to go for the third iron mine, and or at least it might not make much sense to like do this early or try to make swords. Like this kind of strategy won't go well on this map. Oh, that's weird. Now he's got a bottleneck here. That's kind of funny. Like, I mean, I'm not sure how useful such a shortcut would be. Perhaps it would be better to make an extra road over there. Anything weird we can see here? Oh, I see one weird thing. Mithrellas already has like 3 iron smithies, but he doesn't have the third iron mine yet. Doesn't make sense. Was that hunger? Yep. Check the stats. So Mithrellas has some lost citizens already, but Void doesn't. That's super weird. I thought their setups were quite close. But I think Void was just slightly faster with his con, as I showed before, so this might have helped him a bit. I think maybe it was a bit of a butterfly effect kind of situation where when you had just enough corn, you had your pigs production working very well, so everyone got their food on time, and the base works slightly better. While Mithrellas had it slightly later. Shouldn't be a huge difference, but you can see it kinda is. Now he's had some, or maybe he was just unlucky because I can see he has now some food here. Yeah, but the weird thing was I thought that Mithrellas' food setup was actually better because he actually had the mill working for a few minutes now, while Voy only just made it. But still, there are no deaths in his base yet. Sorry, there's one. Okay, maybe I'm lucky. And one dismissed. Okay, can we spot anything weird in these bases? Ah, that does seem unlucky. Maybe he just made them a bit... Oh no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I understood you mean Void. One more swine farm, less coal mines. How many buildings do we have here? 10 versus... I mean, in both cases they have enough, so it's not a huge difference. Slightly better farms right now from Mithrellas, so this chart should start changing. Yep. Voy invested time early on into his farms, while Mithrellas just took his time and made a few more later, and I think it's going to be better in the long run. How's the leather production, by the way? I mean, it depends how this will look like, but it's still not a huge difference. I'd say like 7, if I see correctly. Let's see the warfare stats. Oh, this is actually bigger, but I guess that the workshops were just built late. Oh wait, this is voice base. I mean, Mithrellas made them probably later, but made more of them. So this, wait, am I right? I'm blind, but yeah, he has more. So I'm pretty sure Mithrellas will be fine in a couple minutes. Yep. This will quickly mean that Mithrellas will get probably better army on peacetime, unless the iron saves Voy. It's not going to be a huge difference here with the iron, because I mean, the difference will stop getting bigger because Mithrellas has the third mine finally. But yeah. 1+2, I don't get this setup. I'm not sure he knows that. I mean, come on, he should know that he needs like a second weapon smithy. But maybe he just plays this strategy so lately that he didn't consider this. Or maybe he will just switch to swords, but I don't know. Okay, be right back. right hurry. Somehow, so far, Voy has much better army, right? Right. But I still think there's like 6 minutes and Mithrellas will definitely catch up with Leather. And Voy has a really weird Leather army combination, which I'm not sure will work. On the other hand, Mithrellas has Crossbowman. Oh, indeed. See, that's kind of funny. Voy looked like he's gonna have massive problems with gold, and it's Mithrellas who has not enough recruits now. But he made more serfs. Let's check the graphs again for the last time before peacetime. Yeah, Void might start getting food problems. Seems like Mithrellas' setup started working better in the long run. A very nice tree trunk graph too. Much better iron, theoretically. But something probably died in Void's base. I mean, around peacetime, Void will have his best chance, I guess. He's definitely got an advantage right now, but this advantage will probably erode over time, as I expect the leather amount to be somewhat even in a couple minutes. Although iron will still be better for Void, I can't see Mithrellas taking over here. Okay. With 2 minutes left, we can see Void has like 20 more troops, if I see correctly, roughly, because he has like 9 more leather jackets here, and like 9 more iron troops as well. It's not a huge difference though, once you count in the fact that Mithrellas is catching up. Literally 6 jackets of difference. 5. Sorry, 6. Yeah, 6. He might catch up around peacetime, yeah. Yeah, you can see the counter goes up here, doesn't here. Okay, so this is not an issue. But iron would be slightly better still, like way better, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite obvious what is the plan for the Void. Uh, yeah. For Mitra? Yeah, yeah. Didn't notice. Mm, how many did he have? He had almost 50 leather jackets, but how many shields did he have? Mm-hmm. That's bad. Yeah, but if his setup was slightly late, he still has time to catch up. I think this might be fine in a couple of minutes. So if he just defends, he will probably be fine. If he goes to the middle or tries to kinda attack Void, then he will not be fine. There we go. Almost. Okay, do you guys think this will be a quick one? Something tells me Void will just attack and win right away. I'm even more sure that Void will attack right away. And maybe not 100% sure about the winning part, but last two games taught me that he will attack. Let's see the scouting period. Yep, the players chose the colors which are completely invisible on this kind of terrain. I look at the minimap, the shape really reminds me of something, but I'm not supposed to say that aloud, I guess. Of course, Hovets, of course, that's what I meant. Looks like Void doesn't want to make his troops yet. And Mithrellas lacks a couple more wooden weapons somehow. Oh, the charts, by the way. I can't see the wooden weapon charts because they have different weapons. 60 something. 35 plus 60 and some, yeah, so he's got a lot more indeed. That's weird, I thought he's got a better wood setup. Yep, he does. Super weird. I don't get it. Okay, what do the chats say? Somewhat even, but Void has better right now. And he didn't take all the troops out, I guess. So yeah, definitely better. But like Hade mentioned, it will be an interesting fight given the combo that Void produced. Because spikes and lances, I don't know. I wonder if Mithrellas wants to replicate what Void did in the last fight. Okay, how much did they see? Everything, pretty much. Well, Mithrell doesn't see this one, but it's not a huge deal. Yep, I agree. I'm not saying they are not good as tech units, but or support, I would say, but support units are not going to win this fight for the Void. Unless he's really clever. We'll see. Yeah. First blood. We're starting with a little shootout. Seems like Mithrellas didn't notice there's a nice rack over here, which screws up his formation quite nicely. All it takes is to go slightly to the bottom, but he doesn't want to do that. This is a possibility, yeah. A possibility Void wants to check, maybe, maybe not. Looking at this setup, I feel like neither player really wants to start the fight. Mithrellas can't because he has low melee. And Void shouldn't because he doesn't have enough shooters to counter this. I still think Void will attack, especially when I see the reinforcements coming up. Mm-hmm. It's somewhat clever that Mithrellas is using this cliff because it will be a bit harder to surround him, at least from one side. And if he's really lucky, he might catch something like a snake in the mountain. I mean, I'm actually not sure if it would benefit X fighters or Pike's Hill more. I don't remember the numbers for these units, the stats. I think they see everything. Mostly. Well, he doesn't hit this, but okay, you're right. That's very clever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The way it looks right now, I think there will be an attack soon. Yep. I wonder how Void will attack this time, given that he doesn't have storm attack cannon fodder. Oh, indeed. Oh, too fast. I think it's a mistake. He's gonna go back in time, maybe. He wouldn't go back if he didn't see this. Oh, but on the other hand, maybe they can just get him like here. I mean, he can't go back further because this cliff is here, but at the other hand, if he doesn't go back, yeah, I think it's already lost for the Mithrellas because there's just too many troops and he will get surrounded no matter what. This will not help, yeah. Mm-hmm. His only chance is to be faster than Void and be like here before it happens. But he doesn't have the chance anymore. He had the time to try this, but he didn't. Okay. This is quite a weird catch. I think it's not intended. This looks like a really, really bad catch. I don't know. Like, why doesn't he do this like at the same time on all fronts? But it doesn't matter probably. It's unlucky this got caught. But it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, he's totally overrun. Like, no. Like, He's not even trying, but yeah, this is like total GG. Yeah, like I said, if he was able to go back to this line, he might have a chance to defend the base, but with all the troops he had, but he was way too slow. Plus that, yeah. Yep, Ritter, what a nice way to sum this up. Okay, I thought Ritter losing to literally anybody in this tournament was going to be the biggest surprise, but maybe Voy winning over Mithrellas is even a bigger one. Well done. Alright. Let's look at stats. Yep. What a nice spam. Really? I mean, Mithrellas was one of those guys who used to usually be in the top teams in tournaments, but then he always had a really good teammate, and this is 1v1 tournament, so it's I guess a bit different situation. I mean, after these 3 games, I can accept Voy as being around Mithrellas' level. Although I'm not sure about fighting skills. Like the first game, I was like, "Wow, this was like a really nice attack," and the second game, I was like, "Okay, it can't work like this." So I can't say really. All right. So I guess that's it for today. So GG, well played. Thanks for watching and see you next time.